people weren't really doing the Sheik tech chasing. Like Taupe started it like around that time, making it a thing.
It was definitely pretty rare still.
When Taupe started doing jab reset, then it was like things got serious, and there was like a meta evolving around it.
For sure.
That was we were talking earlier before the break about meta defining, right? Or like big changes. I think that was one of them.
Oh, for sure.
Was like just tech chasing.
Yeah.
And like reaction tech chasing being a thing.
Yeah, I remember talking to Asin once where I was playing with him. This wasn't even that long ago, maybe 5-6 years ago. I was playing him, and he missed the tech and just he just laid on the floor and waited for me to do something. And then I literally said to him, "That's bad. You shouldn't just sit there and wait." And he's like, "No, I think like I could probably like react and stuff." I was like, "No, dude, that's bad. You should just immediately move as soon as you can." But clearly,
he was right.
Clearly, he was right.
Dude, that's so sick that he could do it and then like stick to his guns, sort of thing.
Yeah,
I feel like if you told me that, I'd be like, "Oh, Chillin knows something that I don't." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so easily back off of it. But I feel like Asin's definitely the kind of player, right, where he's got his own ideas about things.
Right.
He'll figure it out.
For sure.
And he'll trust himself to do that.
When Asin's such like an agreeable person in general that when he disagreed with me, I was like, okay, I'm probably wrong here.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's a cool story.
We got Drunksloth versus SAUS.
Yeah, never heard of SAUS, but Drunksloth I've seen around a bunch. Plus, how could I forget the name?
Yeah, it's pretty sick hack for sure. But SAUS looking like he's got the sauce with Link a little bit here.
Yeah.
This is definitely not an easy matchup at all.
I've not seen a Link. Who's a Link? Sklur. You remember Sklur?
Oh, Sklur.
Sklur used to come to tournaments dressed up as Link. So, I mean,
Yeah. That's
he had some brand recognition.
Do you remember when Kage cosplayed Ganon at Pound 3? It was so fun. That's the first time I ever saw Kage.
I do remember that.
And I was just like, it's Ganon in physical form.
I know. I was thinking, like, were you going to make a joke about, like, Kage cosplaying as Ganon, like, every single tournament? You know what I mean? I just feel like
he literally did.
Yeah.
I'm not just being
and I do remember. And I remember, if I may, I remember watching him play Plank. Of course you remember Plank.
Oh, yeah.
And Plank was like, I will never lose to a Ganon. Like, he was so convinced that it was impossible. I watched those guys play on a corner setup, and oh my God. I was like, Ganon can chain grab Sheik, and I did not know that.
Yep.
He would grab him and do a lot of damage. I think he won. I think he beat Plank.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. Kage, an old school legend himself. Ooh, unfortunate there for SAUS.
Yeah, first stock kept it close, but just got grabbed too many times.
Yeah, and again, very difficult matchup. It's really hard for Link to target switch. He's just too slow to effectively really move back and forth between them. If he gets them separated, he's got to kind of hard commit to one or the other.
Poor Link.
Yeah. Just a slow guy.
I feel like he needs some kind of... It's almost like you're... But he's got so many tools, but it kind of feels like you're playing with the Link that you start with in the beginning of the game. Like, he's not going to be Ganon.
Right.
You know what I mean? He needs to...
Yeah, he doesn't
needs
even
to go through some temples.
Doesn't even have the long shot yet.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah,
that was super cool. Just jabbing the bomb to send it towards Popo.
Definitely sick.
Yeah, we've come a long way, Chillin.
We definitely have. It's crazy to think about, man.
I love thinking about it.
It's really cool. I mean,
I love thinking about how there's like no company behind this, but it's like it's this living thing.
Yeah.
Like, what is the community?
It's just a bunch of people that are in love with the game, man.
Isn't it wild?
It's definitely, if you look at Melee, it's one of the biggest like passion projects in history. Honestly, I legitimately think like in human history.
There's probably a lot of them, but we're one of them.
It's up there for sure.
With most other games, right? There is a developer at some point. You know, there's money at some point, at least in modern history, right? That's like putting money into the thing, but like nobody put any money into the. This is all coming from our pockets.
Yep.
Doesn't that make it even better, though?
It definitely does.
Right? Like, this thing's still alive because of... I think I saw a tweet, something that Daigo said about how, you know, there are definitely people in the FGC who, you know, put their blood, sweat, and tears, you know, into this soil that kind of gave rise to this wonderful FGC that we have today. But those people are like kind of forgotten and they got nothing out. But despite that, I feel like to say that they got nothing out of it is probably wrong. So I'm sure they're happy. You know what I mean? It's almost like looking down on what became of their investment.
Right.
It's like the fire didn't go out.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we are. We got Link versus Ice Climbers on Fountain of Dreams.
Yeah.
Years later.
It's pretty wild. Okay.
But yeah, the Link history book, I feel like I honestly cannot think of too many people in the whole book.
There's not many for sure.
I want to see an oral history of Links in Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah.
You can even add Young Link, man. Young Link comes out of retirement every once in a while when people are tired of Hungry Box, but you know what I mean? I haven't seen a Young Link like, I don't know if I've ever heard of a Young Link main. I love Young Link.
It's rare for sure. Ooh, I like the edge cancels from SAUS, but sometimes fancy movement doesn't do too much for you, as we saw right there.
Isn't that a shame?
It is a shame. I mean, he's nailing the edge cancels, but yeah, I mean, with a character like Link who's so slow, you kind of need to be able to do stuff like edge cancels, and you have to be as fast as you can with Link, which is not very fast, but I mean, SAUS is doing what he can here.
Yeah, and Fountain definitely seems to be helping.
Ooh. Okay, that up B. I haven't seen much of the up B from SAUS, but I know it's like a super commitment, so it kind of makes sense that he's limiting the use.
Yeah, it is a super commitment, huh?
Yeah.
Oh!
What? Oh, wow, okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like Drunksloth maybe could have up B'd after he got clipped by SAUS's
I think so
up B,
too. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Didn't go for it.
Well, this is a chance to take it to a game 3.
Yeah.
Oof. Ouch.
That hurts.
Wow, it looks like Fountain actually getting in the way of... Whoa, that bomb was saved everything.
Yeah, that was crazy. And that should be stock. There it is. Okay. Well, Nana's still in the mix here, so obviously Wobbling's still on the tape. Well, Wobbling is banned here. But any number of
the Ice Climbers hurting you very badly because Nana's there.
This is an example. Oh, didn't get the down throw down air regrab. Ooh, okay.
I definitely feel like SAUS probably could better be eliminating Nana.
Yeah, he's not focusing on her too much.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's just because Link is so slow that when he does... Oh!
Did he do a backwards wall jump? Dude, Bab Activated showed me that that's possible. You can actually wall jump
the other way
towards the stage.
Right.
When like some weird like glitched conditions or that could have been it.
Probably has something to do with like the ECB or something.
Yeah, he was like, you got to refresh your invincibility and then you got to like air dodge or whatever. I don't know.
That's
it's
wild.
crazy, but it looked like Link just did it. Not certainly not intentionally because it's a wild movement. Living
for now. Let's see what Drunksloth has on the edge guard. Getting back. Down throw. Not going to be able to combo. Oh, man. This is a nail biter now.
This is a nail biter. Just game 2. I want to see game 3.
I definitely do. I want to see more of this Link, and we're getting it. SAUS taking game 2. Looking happy with himself for clutching that out.
I really like that stage for, you know, his style, and I'm worried about game 3. I think we might even go to... I feel like if I were Drunksloth, I don't know what Drunksloth's thinking. I don't know if this is a good or the right stage. It actually probably is pretty good. But.
Yeah, I mean, FD was almost definitely the ban, right? So this is kind of FD Junior.
Yeah, but I'm even wondering about Dreamland, right? Because, like, the Fountain platform seems so good for SAUS to move around the stage. Although, yeah, FD, Stadium is like a really big stage with, like...
Yeah, the platform.
I just feel like these platforms will probably help a little bit more than on Dreamland, but what do I know?
Yeah.
Oh, what do I know, Chillin? I don't know what I know.
You know more than Blur. I can tell you that much.
I don't even know if I feel good about that. That's
almost,
like not
even
an
insult.
It's like not even a bar that I don't even consider it a bar. You know, I feel like it's equal to the floor. Sometimes I feel like he's below the floor. Actually, I was talking to Ben SW about this. Sometimes Ben SW he gets so in his own head that he actually throws. by that I mean, like, you know, if the game were just pick heads or tails, like on a coin flip, he does worse than 50-50 somehow.
Oh, man. Drunksloth doing some Sopo work right now. Always a good measure of an ice climber's true skill, what they do without their lady.
Chu used to enter low-tier tournaments with Popo only, right?
Yeah.
I remember that back in the day.
He's still, so these days, well, I don't live in VA anymore, but when I did and we did like Iron Man stuff, he would ask if he could use Sopo as one of the characters in the Iron Man. And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? Sopo is just on Sopo's own, not the worst character in the game, but close.
You think close to the worst character in the game?
I think so. I
Why?
think, well, there's just very little that Sopo can do in the neutral to mix it up, to kind of make you second guess, you know, how they're approaching or whatever. It's very straightforward. Whereas when they have Nana, first of all, their range is a little increased because they have the double hitboxes, but they also have stuff like this where they can mix up how they approach, and that's kind of what turns them into a good character.
You think Sopo is worse than Mewtwo?
Yes, I do.
I think Sopo is worse than Bowser and Kirby.
Not Kirby. I think Kirby's worse. Bowser, 50-50. Actually, yeah, I think Bowser is better than Sopo. Actually. So, I mean,
I respect it. I feel like just on raw mobility and good smash attacks and back air, like, Sopo feels like a bare bones version. Like, I don't know. I'm probably stupid, but I kind of feel like Sopo is like a dumbed down or like not fully functional version of a good character.
That
I just don't feel like they're missing, like, besides recovery sucks. I don't feel like he's missing, like, even his recovery is annoying.
Yeah, it's...
That said, it's probably just that I don't know how to beat Sopo.
Fair enough. Yeah, like, for example, when I would play Choose Sopo with Falco, I would, if he was on the edge, I could literally just fade back down air, and that would cover every single option he had to get off the ledge.
He like, cannot get off the ledge.
He would shield it, and then I would be faded away so he couldn't grab it. He didn't have enough time to wave dash out and punish it. He's extremely limited.
Actually, that's pretty. So I feel like if every player would practice Sopo versus their ice climber friends, that's probably smart.
Yeah. No, it's definitely good. I mean, Chu did it for fun, I'm sure, but it definitely led to
But also, like, he wants to be good, right, with Sopo.
Right.
And probably every climber needs to learn that. And then on the other hand, it's like, you know, people can get practice against a character that they super hate.
Right.
I was saying to Army, because we did the reads with Army. It's going to come out soon. We had a really good time. We were talking about how, like, he feels, you know, not super good about being an ice climber. Well, we can talk about it in a minute because we're getting down to last stock.
Right. Yeah, this is game 3, last stock. SAUS looking like he might pull this upset on Drunksloth. Uh-oh.
Not with down airs like that.
Yeah.
At 0.
Oof. The handoffs. A lot of damage here.
Barely living.
Yeah. One more grab will do it for sure. So he's got to be super careful now.
Yeah, speaking of Sopo, we got to find a way to get rid of that Nana ASAP. Oh my word!
Nana coming through with the forward smash. Oh!
That was almost it, too.
Yeah.
Really clutch ice.
And there. Oh, but the bomb is going to save him, but the up air to finish it off.
Up air has that much knockback?
I mean, at
They
that
kill
percent,
Link at 160 off the top?
That's pretty wild.
That is wild. I didn't know
done.
up air was that strong.
Great performance from SAUS, though. Got to give it up again with a character like Link. That is not easy to do at all. And he definitely made Drunksloth sweat a little bit. Drunksloth, one of the best climbers in the business. So great stuff from SAUS, but he will be alive in loser's bracket still.
That climbing business.
Yeah.
I'm the best in that climbing business. I said to Army, one of the best ways to get the community to not hate climbers so much is to put out content to help us understand the counterplay.
Right.
I feel like people hate Puff and people hate climbers in large part because we don't understand the counterplay.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like hard to even follow, like, why am I losing?
Yeah.
And it just feels dumb.
Right.
So I feel like getting comfortable with at least saying, like, okay, Sopo is one of the worst characters in the game, period. Like, if I had that conviction, then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you can spread it to other players that they
Right.
know that, like, if you get rid of Nanis, Sopo sucks.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no one should be losing to Sopo.
That's definitely true.
It changes the whole matchup.
I know DizKid purposely did that when he was active in the scene. He would put out anti-Ice Climbers tech just to help people with the matchup.
Totally.
And maybe just to get them to stop complaining so much as well.
Yeah. As from Batman Begins, I think Falcone says, people always fear what they don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We do. We don't like things we don't understand. It's annoying. We don't.
Very
It's like,
true.
ugh. It's yucky.
Yep.